Hello, my dear students of class 12 geography. Welcome to Gyan Niketan online. I am Pawan Kumar Misra and I am present here with a topic of class 12 geography, especially from the book Fundamentals of Human Geography, chapter Human Geography, Nature and Scope. The topics are as written here: environmental determinism or naturalization of humans. Second is possibilism or humanization of nature, and third is neo-determinism. The first chapter of Fundamentals of Human Geography, as it appears, Human Geography, Nature and Scope. The whole focus is on to understand the nature of human geography. We know that human geography studies the interrelationship between the natural world or physical world and human world. Human interact with the nature to create and produce resources. So interaction between nature and human is important. These interactions can be of various types. So with the interactions of nature, there are three concepts in human geography. They are environmental determination, possibilism and neo-determinism. Let us understand them one by one. Let us come to understand first environmental determinism. Environmental determinism or naturalization of humans. Geographers like Immanuel Kant, Alexander von Humboldt, Karl Ritter, Ratzel, and many more were the supporters of this concept of environmental determinism. According to them, if people do not follow the dictates of the nature, they have to bear the negative impacts or consequences. Again I repeat, according to this school of thought, if humans do not follow the dictates of the nature, they have to bear the impacts or negative impacts or consequences. And this is true to the great extent in today's context. If we see, we have caused a lot of damages to our environment, and the repercussion of that we are facing. Anyway, let us come to understand environmental determinism. First of all, we know that humans depend on nature for resources to satisfy their various needs, and to obtain the nature, humans interact with the nature with the help of technology, and they create and produce resources. They create and produce resources, and they create a socio-cultural environment. Thus, technology reflects the level of socio-cultural and socio-economic development of a society. In early stages of human development, which was in primitive stage, humans interacted with the nature with the primitive tools and technology, simple tools and technology, and so they were not able to change their immediate environment and modify their environment, and so environment played a dominant role, and human adapted to the dictates of the nature. They obeyed it. They were afraid of its fury. Due to the lack of advancement in technology and understanding of the nature, humans were not able to loosen the shackles of nature, restraint of nature, forces of nature, and so they obeyed it. They were afraid of its fury. The physical environment behaved like the mother nature, and people worshipped it. This is the stage of naturalization of humans. This is the stage of naturalized humans, where human lives are guided and controlled by the physical factors such as landforms, climate, wildlife, availability of water, availability of edible plants, and so is a direct dependence of humans on the nature for their various needs or for the resources that sustain them. This stage of interaction between humans and the nature, this stage of interaction between humans and the nature is called environmental determinism, where environment, I mean the physical environment, I mean the nature played a dominant role and they were active agent and humans were at the passive end. Actually, still today we can see these environmental determinism in the life of some tribal societies. Like if we see the life of Eskimos living in the polar regions, and they are adapted now to the very extreme cold conditions. Their food habits, their house, all food includes walrus and seal, and house igloo is made up of ice. I mean, that is an example of environmental determinism. Similarly, Samang and Sakai of Malaysia and Pygmies of Congo are adapted to the hot and humid condition of the environment, and they present an example of environmental determinism. Now, let us come to understand possibility or humanization of nature. Especially French scholars, French geographers like Lucien Febvre, like Blaise, they refused to accept the concept of environmental determinism, and they introduced a new concept called possibilism. According to them, humans are the master of their destiny. Humans are the master of their destiny. In fact, in the early stages, humans had primitive tools and technology, and as a result, there was a direct dependence of humans on the nature. But with the passage of time, people began to understand their nature, and with a better understanding of the nature, they are able to develop better and efficient technology. With the efficient technology, they interact with the nature, create and produce resources for themselves. They create possibilities with the environment. I again repeat it. They create possibilities with the environment. Nature offers opportunities. And humans avail of these opportunities. So, human move from a state of necessity to the state of freedom. They are able to make modifications in their environment, and the nature and human activities, the imprints of human activities become visible everywhere. Their nature starts bearing the imprints of nature. Huge urban sprouts, villages, hill resorts on the hilly region or hilltops, port on the coast, railway network, dam across the river, transport network system, buildings, etc. These all are the imprints of human activities on the nature, and nature has started bearing these imprints that has been now. So we can say that this is the stage of humanized nature. Because nature bears now the imprints of human activities. Thus, according to this school of thought, according to this concept, human is capable of changing their environment. According to their need and convenience. And everything is possible for human. And that is why this concept is known as the possibilism. Thank you in this video. We'll meet again in the next video.